I'm hoping you guys can see me okay, because I've got this camera mounted on my tripod which I haven't used in months and it's on charge, so yeah. So hey guys, it's Kalisto here and welcome to the WWE Payback 2016 predictions, where I'll just give out my thoughts on the match and giving you on who I want to win. I do this every single month and I also watch this on the very day that it's live on the WWE Network. If you do want to watch and well, not watch, but if you do want to see my reactions following the pay-per-view, you can just add me on Snapchat, which is Kalisto, and you can just see what else I get up to on there. So, WWE Payback 2016, you know, it's going to be live on May the 1st, so I'm filming this the day before, and a lot of matches, it's funny enough how we got every single match is a singles match, and we've only got one tag team match. There's no tag team titles on the line, boo, but we have some sort of superstar debuts. Way. So some of these matches I may enjoy watching, some of the matches I may not, because as we all know, WrestleMania 32 was long and fucking boring, hence the whole The Rock and the Wyatts little segment. Because I looked at the time, it was like 4 AM. I'm thinking, isn't this supposed to be finished by now? They had to add another hour worth of just half an hour of The Rock and the Wyatt segment. Of course, Cena had to show up at some point, and then we had to sit through the boring Triple H vs Roman Reigns. Oh my god. So, we've got 8 matches on the card, one of them being as a pre-show, which we've already seen at WrestleMania 32, but I don't know why we're getting it again. And along with the matches, I have my very own drinking rules. Some of these drinking rules I've took from whatculture.com, as they've done their predictions the other day. Nice one, Adam and Jack and Sam. And we haven't seen Susie in a while. Why? We need to see Pacitti come back. I thought he was going to return at WrestleMania. Shouts to Kim Ross as well. So, I'll be running down the match, my thoughts, who I want to win, and I'll give you the drinking rule for that specific match. So here we go. So the first one we'll just simply get out of the way, and that is Mr. McMahon deciding who will take control of Monday Night Raw. It's decided whether Stephanie McMahon or Shane McMahon gets chosen, so they'll be given control of Raw for good. I really don't know who I'm going to go for. You know, this is just going to be a simple segment. This is not an actual match. Of course not, because it's PG and we don't see men versus women no more. Boo. But I'm kind of agreeing from what I watch on whatculture.com is Adam doing the whole brand split. So I'm thinking Shane takes control of Raw and then Stephanie takes control of SmackDown. Who the hell is actually taking control of SmackDown? I really don't know. But in all fairness, I think a lot of people are going for Shane just because, and yeah, I really have nothing to say about this because, you know, Shane's took control of Monday Night Raw, so I don't know why the hell they had to put up that stupid stipulation in that Hell in a Cell match between Shane and The Undertaker. So, if anything, I'm picking Shane, taking control of Monday Night Raw, and the drinking rule for that is to drink for every time a McMahon family member is being shown, or every segment involving a McMahon family member. So there we go. So we got that out of the way. So the first actual match is the pre-show, Kalisto's versus Ryback for the US title. I'm going to be picking Kalisto. You know, I think this whole thing with Kalisto and Ryback was just utter boring. I didn't really pay attention to much of it. You know, WrestleMania 32, that was quite a good match, even though most of the people were still waiting to get in at the event. We all know that. I think the audience at WrestleMania, I think all of them didn't actually get in by the time we see Jericho versus AJ Styles, that's from what I heard. I'm not too sure about that. And then everyone decided to leave during Reigns versus Triple H, because you all know how that was going to run down. So, Kalisto versus Ryback, I'm picking Kalisto, and then he'll drop the title somewhere down the line on an episode of Raw or SmackDown. And the drinking rule for that is, if I can get it, for every mention of Kalisto and Ryback's height difference, just saying how small Kalisto is compared to Ryback and how big Ryback is compared to Kalisto. The next match I'm going to go for is just a singles match which don't even care about. It's Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. 3, 2, 1. I'm picking Corbin for this one because you know he's won the Battle Royal, and of course every single week we had to see Ziggler attack Corbin or Corbin attack Ziggler, so I'm thinking Corbin will just pick up the win from there and see how it goes. Please do not fucking put him as a jobber, because that's what happened for mostly NXT guys. We've seen it from the Ascension, we've seen it from Neville, we've probably even seen it from Becky Lynch for the most part. So 3, 2, 1, Baron Corbin for the win over Ziggler, and the drinking rule for that is every time Ziggler acts like HBK, coming from his elbow drops to his super kicks, and drink for every mention of NXT, maybe throughout the whole night even. Then the next one is the Tag Team Tournament Finals, Enzo and Cass versus the Vaudevillians, number 1 contender for the WWE Tag Team title, sponsored by Bootios. It's a shame that the New Day are not fighting, so whoever wins this, they're probably going to have the championship tag team title match at Extreme Rules, which is like, 2 weeks after. What a surprise. And that's shortly after my birthday, by the way, because my birthday's on May 18th and Extreme Rules is on May 22nd. As much as I like both of these guys, Vaudevillians I've always got behind them, Enzo and Cass I've always got behind them. It's hard for me to pick. I think the obvious thing is Enzo and Cass winning, though as the Vaudevillians gone back to their kind of heel look, it does kind of make sense, face versus heel. So whoever wins, either the Vaudevillians or Enzo and Cass, I do raise my hat to them, even though I don't have one. But I'll give them that, because 2 teams from NXT have been so successful, everyone's got behind them, and it's kind of obvious that Enzo and Cass is going to pick up the win for this one. I don't mind if the Vaudevillians win, I've always got behind them, but I think it's obvious that Enzo and Cass win this. So yeah, I'm just simply picking Enzo and Cass to win the tournament, and then going ahead to Extreme Rules, and then probably defeat the New Day. We'll just have to see what happens. And the drinking rule for that is for every "how you doing" chant, or "how are you doing," because the Vaudevillians have been saying "how are you doing" in the most appropriate manner instead of the slang "how you doing." And I believe that is about it. Even we might actually get to see the New Day just like doing the commentary during the match. So if the New Day are doing the commentary during the match, we're going to have drink for the New Day with their twerking, and every mention of Bootios. Next up we have the women's title, and gosh, it feels good to say that. We got Charlotte versus Natalya, alongside with Ric Flair and Bret Hart, So we've seen this match 2 years ago back at NXT. I think this was like a tournament finals or something, and funny enough, I've not seen that match. I really do. I think I have to watch this just way before Extreme Rules. So, sorry, not Extreme Rules, Payback. I get confused because normally WrestleMania it'll be Extreme Rules then Payback, but they're doing it the other way around. I have to watch the Charlotte versus Natalya back down at NXT before watching Payback. So, Charlotte versus Ric Flair versus Natalya with Bret Hart. I am probably going to be picking Charlotte just because I think I want to I think I want to keep Charlotte hold the title for a bit longer, probably all the way up to SummerSlam, and see what goes on from there. Most likely I would like to see Sasha Banks take the title from Charlotte, or in most cases, whenever Nikki returns, probably take the title off her because I'm just getting bored with Charlotte and Ric Flair just like cheating to win. But we've got Bret Hart in there, which is we haven't seen him in a while, ever since gosh knows how long. And maybe something will go down between Bret Hart and Ric Flair. I think that happened back at NXT, I'm not too sure, but we'll just have to see. So I'm picking Charlotte for this one, and the drinking rule for that one is, if I can find it, is for every woo, I can't say it loud because people are asleep, so every woo and every mention of Ric Flair and Bret Hart. Yeah, that's about it. And by the way, I will do down the drink rules shortly after these matches as well, so don't worry about that. But I will go down the drinking rules again for those who want to know once again. Next up, we've got Sami Zayn vs Kevin Owens. Probably one match which I've been wanting to see ever since, you know, the whole... We had to cancel the match back at NXT because, you know, we couldn't simply injure Sami Zayn. You know, he was off since Kevin Owens just brutalised him. Then Samoa Joe had come out, you know, which was his debut. So 1 year later, they're fighting again. Sami Zayn vs Owens. I'm kind of thinking Sami's gonna win this, probably by a roll up or something, and then after that it'll be Owens that wins. Pop a powerbomb on like multiple times, just like before. I really do want to see Zayn pick up the win, you know, just simply because back at NXT we had to stop the match twice. Owens won the title due to referee stoppage, and then that happened again. At the other takeover, then Samoa Joe kind of saved Sami by that. Am I still? Yeah, I'm still filming. So I'm kind of thinking, I do want to say Sami, you know, finally just give him the win, and then probably at Extreme Rules we'll see a rematch, which Owens will probably win. So yeah, I'm going to be picking Sami Zayn for that one. And the drinking rule for every Ole, and that is about it. I've only done one drinking rule for that match, so every Ole. Next we have Dean Ambrose vs Chris Jericho. 3-2-1. Ambrose, he needs to win. You know, he's took a beating from Lesnar back at WrestleMania. Jericho, obviously he had to win at WrestleMania, so it's kind of understandable. Because Ambrose does need that win, so I'm picking Ambrose for that one, straight up. And the drinking rule is for every time Jericho calls someone either an idiot or calls someone stupid. Next we have The Miz versus the returning Cesaro. Good, it's just good, so good to see Cesaro come back. And this is for the Intercontinental title. Zack Ryder won it at WrestleMania, and then the night after he lost it to The Miz. So we've got The Miz versus Cesaro. A lot of people were going for The Miz just because he simply won it, you know, the night after WrestleMania, and then I do like to see Cesaro have a title around his waist once again. You know, it was great seeing him with the US title back in like late 2012, early 2013, and now it's just simple matches. I would like to see Cesaro win this, although we'll probably see interference by Maryse, the returning Maryse. So, as much as I love Cesaro, The Miz will probably retain just by the help with Maryse. So yeah, and the drinking rule for that is every time Maryse gets involved or any mention of her. And I did put up another drinking rule, but I removed that because it was just simply stupid. So yeah, we've got The Miz for the win, and the drinking rule for every mention of Maryse and anytime she gets involved during the match. And finally, Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles. Hooray! I think we all know how this is going to go down because we're going to see Luke Gallows and Cole Anderson interfere during this match, and then probably do something from there. I think they're going to stick the title with Reigns for the most part. You know, he's the same crap that Reigns has to say through every single week. I don't think AJ is that ready. I think he's gonna keep doing his thing. You know, all these battles, and then probably by the time SummerSlam, he's probably gonna get a decent title shot. Probably he's gonna be on the mid carders or something from there. And I do think Reigns should drop the title to someone else other than Styles, because I don't really see the point. You know, he just debuted at Royal Rumble and then he lost at WrestleMania to Jericho, and now he's just got this world title shot out of nowhere. But then again, Gallows and Anderson's probably going to interfere, probably causing the match to be like a no contest thing. Although we do have rumours for Finn Balor saying, oh, he's probably going to call up to the main roster, even though he did actually state that he wants to stay in NXT. I hope he does for the next better year or so, because, you know, I do prefer Finn being on NXT, because I don't like to see him go on the main roster and then they're just going to make him as a jobber for the most part. Kind of like how he felt with AJ. I think, okay, understandable, he got a WrestleMania loss, but still. But other than that, we'll just see how it goes. I highly doubt Finn's going to show up anyway. But if he does, that's cool. But then again, I prefer to see Finn Balor still in NXT for the most part. So for this match, I'm just going to pick Reigns. Just Reigns. And the drinking rule is for every mention of Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson and the Bullet Club's time in Japan. And there's one extra. There's one extra drinking rule. Is to drink for any time you see any stupid crowd signs, such as Bootios gave me the runs, or Brock the Port. I think that was one of them. So yeah, any stupid crowd signs that you think are just simply stupid, like Bootios gave me the runs, drink to that. So that is all the matches. That's my drinking rules. The down your drink rules will be coming up in just a sec. I'll just run down all these drinking rules again. So for AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns, drink for every time Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson is mentioned, and every mention of the Bullet Club's time back in Japan. For Charlotte versus Natalya, drink for every woo and for every mention of Ric Flair and Bret Hart. The tag team tournament, drink for every how you doing, and if the New Days do show up, drink for the New Days twerking and every mention of Bootios. For the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens match, drink for every ole ole ole. For every for Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin, drink for every time Ziggler acts like HBK, whether it's his elbow drops or his super kicks, and for every mention of NXT. Every mention of NXT could be mentioned throughout the night, so just drink to that when NXT has been mentioned. Every segment involving a McMahon family member, of course we've got that segment where who takes control of Raw, which I'm picking Shane. The Miz versus Cesaro, drink for every time Maryse is mentioned and for any time that she gets involved during the match. Ambrose versus Jericho, the drinking rule is for every time Jericho calls someone an idiot or calls someone stupid. Kalisto versus Ryback on the pre-show, drink for every time on how small Kalisto is and how big Ryback is. And the random drinking rule is for stupid crowd signs. It's like drink for the stupid crowd signs such as Bootios gave me the runs or block the port, or just stupid crowd signs like bum, because we did see that on an episode of Raw. Just a crowd sign that says bum. That's some creativity. And for down your drink, I do this for every single pay-per-view. Down your drink for any surprise returns or debuts. Down your drink for every heel turn, which might actually happen, considering Roman Reigns. Down your drink for when a title changes hands. Ooh. Down your drink for any surprise matches, because we did actually see that one at Fastlane, which was R-Truth versus Curtis Axel, which only went on for about 2 to 3 minutes, so who knows, that might happen. Down your drink if a What Culture sign is spotted. For those that don't even watch What Culture, I suggest you do check them out. It's by their logo, so if you do see that, or other crowd signs for What Culture, such as King Ross section, Pucciti Club, BX, B, Generation X, and the what if scenarios for Down Your Drink. Down Your Drink if Gallows and Anderson are involved during the Reigns and Styles match, which will probably happen anyway, and Down Your Drink if Bret Hart and Ric Flair fight during Natalya versus Charlotte's match. So that is the drinking rules. I'll just put them down in the description down below, so you can just follow up from there. That is my predictions. Just to run down who I want to win. So I'm picking Kalisto defeating Ryback, Reigns defeating AJ Styles, The Miz defeating Cesaro, Ambrose defeating Jericho, Zayn defeating Owens, Charlotte defeating Natalya, Enzo and Cass defeat the Vaudevillians, and Corbin defeats Ziggler. So that is my predictions. Do tell me your predictions in the comment section below. And that is about it. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next video. See ya.